All right, we're here with Jay Brown, head coach at Washington High girls basketball. 13 years now as a head coach. Does it seem that long?
No, it doesn't. When it started school year 15 at the school, year 3 as an AD. So to be 13 years in at one place in this day and age it's a blessing. But it doesn't feel like I've been there for 13 years as the head coach. But I'm still, every day still feels like the first day.
Coming off a great year, 23-2 last year, made it fairly deep in the playoffs. What kind of comes back to you about last year? What was so special about that group?
I think last year was special because we hadn't experienced it. It was new to everybody. Girls basketball is evolving, not just here, but across the country. So we had a ton of support, especially in the playoffs. We have moved completely past last year, but we can learn from last year. So this year, part of our theme is 4 quarters of basketball and trying to dominate all 4 quarters. We played 25 games last year, but out of those 25, we did not play 4 quarters of basketball. So what we kind of have been emphasizing to the girls, like if we play 4 quarters, imagine how much more special maybe this coming season can be. But we're just super excited to be back out there and ready to compete and have fun.
That's a good coach. Never satisfied. 23-2, not good enough. We didn't play full games. All right. So how much you got? How many girls you got coming back? How many starters back there?
All the starters are returning. We lost 2 seniors last year, but the bulk of the team is back. We have, I think, a phenomenal freshman class that has come in. Jada Clarity has a few offers already from some power forwards. Caitlin Thomas is doing an amazing job. Riley Smith. So we have 3 freshmen that are really playing at a high level to come in and compete. A couple transfers as well, Nyla Brooks, Delilah Jacobs. So I think adding some of those pieces with our returners, Michaela Makiria, the Bonners, Chloe, who can shoot lights out, and then we got Tanaya, our defender, and of course, we got a couple other ones as well. But I think the majority, everybody's pretty much coming back. So I hope that we're hungry but humble at the same time to go a little bit further.
All right, of course, your star player, Shemaya Francis, right? Junior this year. I want to say she averaged like 19 or 20 points and 12 rebounds last year.
She did average double-double.
Yeah, how special a talent is she, and what's the next step for her? What's the next development step for her?
I mean, a young lady, first of all, you can't teach 6'3", so you have to start with that. That's just one of those things that everyone doesn't have. We're not all blessed to be that height. I think what makes her so special is she's a great teammate. Though she averaged a double-double, she's always looking for her teammates. She wants them to do just as well. I think some of the things that she can continue to work on, probably the biggest thing for me is just being more aggressive. I know we sit here and say, well, she averaged a double-double. She can do more, and she's capable of doing more. So we want to see her be more aggressive and take a little bit more of that Mamba mentality, like get that mentality. Nobody on the floor can stop me when I'm out there competing at a high level. But she's an amazing young lady, great teammate, great student, and she works really hard. And she's super humble too. To have over probably close to 40 Power 4 offers, and you don't hear much about it from her. You hear it from other people. I think that speaks volumes of who she is, but who her family is. Nowadays you see, and nothing's wrong with this, you see a lot of kids, every time they get something, we're posting this. That kid is so humble, and I admire that in this day and age where, social media is so strong. And I think we all can take a page out of her book of just how humble she is and how hard she works, and she leads by example for us. So I'm excited to continue to see her progress. Right now she's doing a lot of great things. Her ball, to be 6'3", she can handle the ball too. So she does a lot of things very well. But I think the best thing about her is just she's super humble and she works really hard.
You already mentioned some of the other players, but who are the ones in that group that you're really counting on to be behind her as some of the big leaders and maybe take a big step in their advancement?
I think for sure someone that people may not really be aware of, one of our seniors who's been in our program for 4 years, Tanaya Thompson. And I say that because she was with me 3 years ago and we were 3-14. Didn't leave, stuck it out. Here she is now, 4-year starter. And she's probably our best defender, and she does a lot of little things. Super quiet young lady, but she wants us to be successful. So to me, that's somebody that has experienced some things that others have not. So she knows what it feels like not to be in this moment. So for me, I'm really excited to see what she does this year. The Bonner sisters work really hard. And again, like I said before, Jada Clarity, that's a special young lady. 5'9", again, you can't teach. Her athletic ability is tremendous to be a freshman guard. So I'm super excited to see what she does and how she develops. But I think it's a total team effort. They seem very unselfish. Nobody's caring about who's scoring. They all want to win. So it's going to be a team effort.
Clarity, is that related to the Clarities?
Yes, that is the Clarity's cousin. So it's obviously a very nice gene pool.
All right, with so many players back that played last year, how much does that help them knowing your system, knowing you, and knowing what you want?
I think, something we talk about is standard in our program, playing to the standard, not the scoreboard. So when you have people returning and they know what to expect, it does take a little ease off of my mind because I don't have to come in and tell the freshmen what to do. We've got upperclassmen who've been here for 3 or 4 years. They know. But when you have upperclassmen as well, when they understand the standard, they've also trust the coach. And that's a big part too. A lot of times you'll get new people in. Sometimes you have people in the program a long time that they don't really trust what you're doing. But I think the thing that I'm most grateful for is we have a group of girls that really trust what myself and my coaching staff is trying to help them to accomplish, which they have some goals that they want to accomplish. But one thing we continue to iterate is play to the standard, not the scoreboard. Our standard is to be hard work individuals on and off the court in everything that we do.
So, Lady Cats have a tremendous history, winning state championships. I'm sure the players now, they may not know that much about it, but they'll see the banners, right, on the wall. So how much does that help when you can point to that and say, hey, it's been done here before?
Well, I am a firm believer in don't forget where you come from. So Coach Bond has come to several games. He's been in the locker room. Every year that I've coached, we've done something for some of our past Lady Cat programs. A couple years ago, the 2000 team, we honored them for their 20th year in 2020. So as a coach, I try to do as much as I can to not just point to the banners, but bring in former Lady Cats so that our girls can understand the tradition of this program. It is a real sisterhood. Last year we played Pensacola High. We had almost a standing room in our locker room of former Lady Cats, just speaking life into our girls, letting them know hey, we've been here. We've accomplished what you want to accomplish. So for us to have so many Lady Cats in the area, to have Coach Bond come and talk to our girls is tremendous. We don't have to just point to the banners, we have them right here in the flesh. And it goes, I always tell the girls, man, you wear Booker T. There's no name on the back of our jersey. The only thing that matters is the name on the front. So the sisterhood at Booker T was there way before I was there, and I'm just continuing to add to it. I want our girls to continue to add to the legacy of Booker T Lady Cats.
Coach Ronnie Bond, a true legend, and actually a great resource for you to have. So, Jay, thank you very much. Good luck this year.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
And somebody do work.